a Landfiller production. Hello and welcome back to the Hella Hallmark podcast. I am Queenie Jones, and as always, I am here. I'm joined by my husband. My husband's here with me.
Hello, everybody.
Do you want to read us something?
Yeah, so today we're going to be reviewing the Ruby Herring Mysteries Silent Witness. This is the first of the installment. We have a 2019 release. There's actually two of them that released in 2019, but of course this is going to be the former. So as far as a little synopsis goes, we have when consumer news reporter Ruby Herring stumbles onto a murder, the intrepid redhead inadvertently discovers a knack for crime solving. With the reluctant help... Okay. When the consumer...
I'm so sorry, everybody. This is honestly, this is on me. This is mostly on me.
So today we're going to be covering Ruby Herring Mysteries Silent Witness. Released in 2019, consumer news reporter Ruby Herring stumbles onto a murder. The intrepid redhead inadvertently discovers a knack for crime solving. With the reluctant help of a handsome detective, Ruby finds a new career covering crime.
Do you want to tell us who stars in it?
So
who's the male co-star?
The male co-star is going to be Stefan Huzar.
A lot of consonants.
Yeah, we have Stefan Huzar, and then we have, of course, as our leading lady, we have one Miss Taylor Cole.
Wow, Taylor Cole. Okay. I may have mentioned the name in passing before, and anybody who's like an avid Hallmark fan, you know Taylor Cole from several projects.
Wow.
Here's how I feel about Taylor Cole. I literally think she's like diva. Like, I think Taylor Cole is so diva. Like, I think she's so diva. Like, I love Taylor Cole. She's kind of the coolest to me. And also, Taylor Cole outside of Hallmark, like, just as a person, she's really dope to me. There's a lot of people who are still on the network where you'll notice that there's not a gay character or an implied gay character in a single one of their movies. And I like a lot of these bitches. I do. I genuinely do. But you never see a fag or anybody who seems like a fag at all in any of their movies. Taylor Cole... in every fucking movie I've seen her in.
Hands down, every movie.
There is a fag.
Without fail.
And not even like just like casual faggotry. Like, there are faggots. Like, and you'll see in this movie, like, she is friends with gay people in all of her movies. And I don't think that she, like, I remember watching an interview with her because I've been in my bag lately. Like, bitch, I've been in my bag lately. So I've been on I don't have Facebook. I don't have social media, but my husband has a Facebook account for using Marketplace because we buy instruments and just different things. And so I started to use our Ghost account to go to the Hallmark Facebook page, and there's all these live interviews that they do, I guess it's like Instagram Live for Facebook, so Facebook Live. And they'll do like interviews with people as their movies are coming out. And like, I remember watching one with her the other day, and she had said that she likes doing Hallmark because they're movies that align with her values. So, to me, that means that, like, she just believes in, like, a happy, cozy Christmas town that doesn't come at the cost of, like, people's comfortability or, like, lives or civil rights. I think that Taylor Cole is down. I think she's cool. Let's press play.
Oh, crushing pills.
Actual footage of me before this.
Excellent technique.
Honestly, I'd never be this.
Someone at Hallmark was getting in their bag.
Yeah, like, honestly, like somebody's really cool mom was on set and was like, "Oh, I know how to do this. Give me the rubber gloves."
Rubber gloves.
Yeah, your poison doesn't work on me. Rubber gloves. What city is this? It's Seattle, right? Allegedly, is that what they say?
I forget.
I can't see the Space Needle, and I feel like that's all Seattle is a Space Needle.
Or is this like Oregon, like Portland? They do a lot like Portland and shit.
Yeah, I know that it's Pacific Northwest.
So get off your couches here. Remember, I'm Ruby Herring, and this is news we can use.
I feel like in this first movie too, they did like a real good red Gilda on her.
Yeah, in subsequent movies, her hair seems to be a little less red, but in this one, they went true Ruby Herring red. And so she is a reporter where she like goes over stuff like what would it be, like products to see
So
if
she's a consumer like awareness reporter, where she goes to she gets complaints from the community, or goes and digs into uh, a mechanic that's ripping people off, or charges women more than men, or just stuff like that, where she kind of goes undercover and reviews products, services, shady dealings, and exposes them. If you're like 1,000 years old like me, on 60 Minutes there used to be a guy, I think it was like Mickey Rooney or Andy Rooney or something like that, but he used to do a consumer report thing where companies would send him tons of stuff, or he would get emails from listeners or watchers that had questions or concerns about a certain business or practice, and he would go and kind of do an expose and tell you this is a good place to spend your money or you're being ripped off.
okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
so this is kind of like the local news channel version of that.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah.
she's a woman of the people. She's here to protect their best interests, and I believe we hear that peppered in throughout the series of people being like, "Oh my God, Ruby, you saved me like $1,000 on my car insurance in 15 minutes or less."
Well, and here's honestly, this is something that I always think about with Hallmark, is I think this is why these movies are a success to women specifically, is because in the Hallmark universe, people who like women who are doing nice things or just doing something that they're good at that serves the community, what however big or small that job might be, they're really celebrated and appreciated for it. And like I feel like for us, like we live in this fantasy world where we just like hope that one day something that we're good at or like the things that we work hard to do and accomplish is appreciated by people. Like it's aspirational viewing, unfortunately, and kind of like as silly as it may be, like empowerment viewing to like be like, no, I want to be a special person within my own little bubble. Like it means something different for each person, I think. But that's where my mind always goes is like, these are people whose jobs are like, yeah, this is a cooler job than most people would have, but it's ultimately not like a glamorous job. Like she isn't being followed by a bodyguard all day. Like it's not like that. But like she is appreciated where she lives for what she does. And I think that that is something that all of us really can aspire to.
Yeah, she's walking around and she like gets her tagline. People like say her tagline to
Oh my
her.
gosh, Ruby
It's
Herring
not
news we could use. Yeah, so you'll hear that. Just
Yeah.
so stay tuned for that when you hear it.
Stop.
Haha, very funny. I just wanted to say thank you for working tonight and have a great time at your sister's wedding. Oh, and tell your dad I owe him coffee.
Will do. Gotta run, boss.
Ruby.
Yeah.
Try and relax a little, huh? That's an order. Have fun.
Aye. All right, I'm out of here.
Ooh, look at you, Miss Sporty. Your sister feeling good about her big day?
I think so, but you know how she worries about everything. Speaking of the bride-to-be.
Hi guys.
Everything good?
Packing stress. There's a million little things to remember.
The hotel's only 30 minutes away, so you'll be fine. Just take a deep breath, and I'll see you tomorrow.
All right. Love you.
Love you more.
A beautiful resort, 5 days of R&R before the wedding. You better relax.
Okay, so we've got like golf course, kind of like local out, like slightly out of town resort kind of feel here. The Swanset Bay. Honestly, Swanset Bay sounds like something that would be over here in Rhode Island.
Yeah, honestly, like if the distance from out of town to me feels like if you're from the Southern Nevada area, it's like what the M Resort is in correlation to fucking everything else.
Now, we're also going to acknowledge another elephant in the room that I believe they correct in subsequent movies of the Ruby Herring franchise, and that is her father. Her father is like a year and a half older than her
And
in these movies. Like it makes no chronological sense. Like I'm not saying that Ruby Herring is like older or anything like that, but this man is exceptionally young.
yeah, exactly.
To be her father.
It's that he's incredibly young, but he's a cop or he's an ex-cop. He used to be
He's an ex-cop. He's apparently old enough to retired from being a cop.
Yeah, allegedly. This man's curse is that he looks so young. It's bad that he just looks too youthful.
He hasn't got back yet.
Cute. You better catch the bouquet then.
You do know that I am okay being single.
Fine. I'll rake the toss to make sure you catch it.
Will
Okay, you two break it up. Let's get checked in here.
So they're at this resort, by the way, because her sister's getting like married.
Oh, you two kids, break it up. Oh, and we have the baking conference.
I'm just so excited she's baking your wedding cake.
I know, it's such an honor.
Can't wait to catch up. Haven't seen Sugar for, what, John? A few years?
Well, apparently she's been pretty busy building her big empire here.
Tell me again, why is this famous lady baking our cake?
Her name's Sugar, though. Like, where did she know her from? When the Pink Poodle closed down? Like, when was the last, like, what the fuck kind of name is Sugar? I'm sorry. I know it's a nickname, but, like...
I don't know what would have brought her up here, because I feel like Portland is about, like, 285 miles away from the Pink Poodle.
It's actually closer to, like 900 miles from the Pink Poodle. You gotta, you know... You really have to have a good idea for where the poodle's at. I'm gonna give you a little backstory on that. So we had this friend. I had this friend back in high school who would say the strangest. Like, he would use the strangest marker for like measuring distance. So like there was this really sleazy strip club that like it was rancid. It was called the Pink Poodle, and it was in like Sunnyvale, California, and he would use it as like a measurement distance of like, oh yeah, we're gonna go over to Costco. Oh yeah, it's about like, I don't know, like 20 miles from the Pink Poodle. So like when we moved here, I was like, oh, we're moving 2,985 miles away from the Pink Poodle. We're moving to Rhode Island. It's about 2,855 miles from the Pink Poodle.
Call it serendipity. I told her about your wedding, and it turned out she was already going to be at the resort for the Baker Conference.
How convenient.
Ruby Herring.
Derek!
Oh, this Mary.
Okay, this bitch, he is a friend from, I think, high school. He runs the hotel, and like he's like professional. He's like
would often prostitute himself in taverns and brothels. He would frequently stand around naked while swinging his ding-a-ling, and would offer vast sums of money to any doctor who could give him a vagina.
The homo stuff.
And this is Derek. He's the general manager here and also a good friend from high school.
Charlotte, I'm thrilled you chose us.
Me too. But it was all Ruby. She researched every wedding venue within a 100-mile radius.
Well, I'm glad she's putting those investigative skills to good use. Even in high school, Ruby was in the know about everything.
A little overachiever right there.
She knew where all the closets were and who was in them.
Yeah.
Is Albert around by any chance?
I know she's arrived. I'll find her for you ASAP.
Thank you.
Well, there she is, the grand dame of baking.
Oh, bitch, I never noticed this in the first one. Bitch, Sugar Roberts or whatever her name is can fucking get it.
Overachiever right there.
Come on, let's get you all checked in.
An old friend like you, it's like no time has passed at all. Sugar was in my bridal party, you know?
Oh.
Well, I'll leave you ladies to get reacquainted.
Who is this woman in the green? That knows Sugar?
That's Derek. His name is Derek.
No. The blonde bitch.
That's Ruby Herring's mom.
Charlotte.
Are her and the dad divorced?
Yeah.
No?
And
They're
is this
together.
Charlotte's wedding cake?
Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful. Only the best.
They've
for
been
you.
together since he was her student in sophomore year,
Yeah.
and they eloped together, went on a run from the police. This is not a dig on this woman either. This is just the fact that why did they pick a 36-year-old man to play a 37-year-old woman's father?
And they know it was fucked up too, because in the next movie, spoiler, there's
Yeah, he comes back fucking white-haired and it's not him.
it's not him.
Yeah, it's fucking Al Bundy.
Dinner tonight, you, Sam.
Sam won't be arriving till tomorrow morning, but I would love to come.
Great. Well, we'll see you tonight.
Yeah, there's gonna be a younger man coming up to my room.
I'd like to propose a little toast. As a 30-year veteran crime reporter, I know every cop on the force. And there was a time when I was...
Oh, he's not a detective. He's a crime reporter.
But when I saw the way Kevin...
Hold on. I never noticed that before. Did you hear what he says?
I'd like to propose a little toast. As a 30-year veteran crime reporter,
As a 30-year veteran crime reporter. Do you mean 30-year-old?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, like, would you start when you were 6?
Yeah, that's insane. They are doing a terrible job.
Why not just cast somebody older?
I don't know.
Like, you're pushing this guy out into dad roles when he should be daddy roles right now.
Know every cop on the force.
So, but he's not a
There was
cop, by the way.
time
We said he was
I
a cop.
worried
We're
that
liars.
no one got near my
He's a
dog
30-year-old crime reporter.
But
Well, that's because he keeps on throwing out like all this weird shit of like, oh, and like I'll have you arrested and da da da. So it seems like he's like doing the like I'm a cop who's your dad, and like I'm going to grossly abuse my power.
Yeah,
in order
yeah,
to like
those vibes.
but what he means is I've worked around a bunch of cops for a long time, and most of them are on my dole, so I will I will pay them to arrest your husband. And oh wow, look at Sugar over there, like the white pearls. It's very like Charlotte York.
It is
It's
actually.
very Wasp, yeah.
I will say that this outfit is actually really accurate for what I would expect this person to wear, and I like her hair color a lot. And I don't normally like short hair, to be honest with you. I'm kind of phobic against shorter hair.
Yeah, she has kind of an asymmetrical look, though. I mean, it's a little. At least it has a little something.
There's layers in it, and there's some framing around the face, and
Yeah.
it's like it's thick, healthy hair, and it's like, what would you say? It's kind of transitional blonde between like ash blonde going into gray.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that look. Sarah Jessica Parker's doing that, and I really like that look. Oh, House Slipper. That table can be found in House Slipper. It frustratingly the tabletop doesn't come in white. I have this thing on House Flipper. It's like a simulation game where you can like decorate a house. You flip a house. And like you decorate it and stuff. And I like to do all of mine, like I'll do all different themes like in the silhouettes, but I like to do every single house I get in all white. So this table for me has been a huge source of frustration because when I get to the mansion one at the end of the game, I always want to do it like Rococo style, and there's not a lot of furniture that fits that, and this is one of those tables that fits that. It's outside the ladies' room in this scene. Like if you don't see it, then it's probably not going to change your life. But I always want to use this table and I can't because the tabletop doesn't come in white. Like the tabletop stays black, but you could change the wood at the bottom from like cherry to white to gray to black, which I think is just fucking absurd.
I do not need a reason to be angry with God.
I won't let you ruin this.
And Dad was probably serious about arresting at least one of your ex-boyfriends.
Don't you threaten me!
Oh damn.
Oh. Sorry about that.
Don't be sorry. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm fine. It's just business. Listen, I'm a little tired.
What the hell kind of business meeting is that?
Dinner early?
Not at all. I know it's really special hearing stories about you and Mom, Sugar.
Call me Verna. That's my real name.
Sugar is my stage name.
Oh, trust me, I will. It's the only time I sleep like a baby. Out here in the fresh mountain air.
Hi.
Bye-bye.
That wink tells me that's going to be important later.
No, that's true.
No.
But somebody's somebody feels a way about her right now. Right now, somebody doesn't like her today.
Yeah, there's something going on.
It looks like Ruby and her sister are going on a hike. I guess this is part of the wedding thing. Her sister's getting. This isn't her sister. It's just her friend.
It's your sister.
Do you hear that? It's coming from down there. Come on.
Ooh, Ami news.
This way.
Hang on, we're coming!
It's Megan.
Help! It's Sugar, help me!
Oh my god, they're in the stream. The rushing water.
Help! It's Sugar, help me!
And of course, Ruby Herring dives right in.
I need help. A woman is drowning.
This is so highly a mannequin. I can't even stand it.
Yeah, this is
Kim Cattrall.
Kim Cattrall, yeah, it's Mannequin.
Yeah, it's mannequin. But Sugar appears to have drowned. But Ruby is quite the hero. Again, she's quite the hero. She jumped
And
straight
she
into
dove
the water.
right in to pull this corpse out of a rushing river. This clearly mannequinized corpse.
Yeah.
Albert, come on, they're doing CPR now, please.
Is she still at least a little warm?
CPR works best when you use a little tongue.
Come on, Sugar.
Damn.
Oh, and she dropped her phone in the water.
It rained overnight, gets real slippery. The current could have carried her until she hit the log.
Could she swim, Megan?
Yeah. Maybe she hit her head on the way down.
Yeah, it's possible.
I should have never let her go. You did everything you could.
Okay, thanks everyone. Did we get their contact information? All right, we'll be in touch. Okay?
They're doing a good job at showing that it's raining though, because like their hair is all fucked, and like even the dude, the
His
detective,
suit, yeah.
well, his suit and also his hair, he has like that wet hair thing that looks like the when kids used to use gel back in the 90s, and like every hair would stick into like basically being 5 hairs on top of their head.
Yeah, like Ross from Family Guy.
From Friends.
What did I say?
Family Guy.
Terribly sorry, sir.
What happened?
We think she slipped and fell off the cliff up there.
We're still investigating.
Were you taking her?
No, she'll be taken to the morgue when we're done here.
The morgue, but if it was an accident, she should go to the funeral home.
In cases like this, the ME has to do a full autopsy before returning the body to the family.
Can I see her?
Yeah, of course. You want to show us?
He's being all shady.
I think he's just processing his feelings in a different type of way.
I know that look.
I'm sorry, but you saw her husband. He acted like it was a business deal. I mean, how would you react if that happened to Kevin?
Not like that.
Exactly.
We should get back. Tell Mom the news.
The poodle will never be the same again without Sugar.
Hang on a second. This is the point where the officer said that Sugar could have fallen from. Look, do you see that? Doesn't that look like freshly broken branches? In that area right there, it looks like it's been disturbed. Here, hold this. And the sign's crooked too. Hey, look. Do you see that lens? I'm not sure this is an accident. Tommy, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt.
What are you doing here?
You two know each other?
Not really.
You just met?
Yeah.
Okay, so we have the
Someone gonna tell me what's going
director,
on?
or we have the new the detective
Witness.
slash, I don't know, like male lead, I guess, Jake Killian. And then we have Ruby Herring in the scene, followed by Dr. Tommy, who is the mortician. And because everybody in the town knows each other, him and Ruby grew up together, and so she was going down there to see if she could like sleuth out anything from him about this whole situation. But Detective Killian was already there, and so they kind of see each other there, and they have this like,
What are you doing here?
And he's very like, you could tell he's very like, I'm pissing a circle around this, and I don't know who's involved, and you need to stay off my detectives. Detecting.
You better get out of here with my detective.
Yeah, he'd prefer that she be undetectable, which means untransmittable.
Ding ding ding.
Yeah, I was at the scene today on the mountain. Charlotte and I were hiking, and Sugar Albert was one of my mom's good friends.
Oh. Ruby. I forgot. He just transferred from New York.
Actually, I'm from Seattle, originally.
Ruby's an investigative consumer reporter from Channel 57. News we can use. Her dad, John's my godfather. John and my dad, they're best friends. Wow.
See, we get the tagline. News we can use.
Did the autopsy yet?
Maybe we should talk later.
No, if it's about the case, speak openly.
Well, I'm worried Sugar's death might not be an accident.
Sorry, what's your last name again?
Herring.
Ruby Herring. As in red herring. It's cute.
Is it cute if a killer walks? Because
Damn, he called out the mechanism too. What a dick.
Don't you have a wedding to go to?
I'm fine.
I know it's the same thing about the lack of injuries, but I'm not ready to call this a murder.
What if I told you Sugar was threatened last night? I heard her on the phone arguing with someone. And you saw her husband at the scene. He was cold as ice, barking out questions.
I think there's enough here to call this a suspicious death.
Alrighty then.
Oh, is it such a Ruby Herring now?
I'll report on anything you saw here today. If the public thinks it's an accident, then killer won't see me coming.
They're talking very close to each other.
Thank you for your time, Tommy.
I'll see you at the wedding.
Yeah, they're melting out.
Yeah, it's like close enough to feel breath.
Save me a dance.
And his nipples are erect, if you can see it. Like, he's like being Jen Aniston right now.
Same.
You know Jennifer Aniston smokes cigarettes? like a heavy smoker until
Oh,
2007.
Ruby.
I would have never pictured her being a smoker, but she was a heavy smoker until 2007.
Really?
Yeah, I read that the
Huh.
other day.
Interesting. Good for her.
Yeah. Neat.
Hi, Herrings. My condolences about Sugar. I know you're all very close.
He said, his body flooding with estrogen.
So this happened at 7 a.m., right? All right. Any other hikers in the area that might have seen something?
It was early. The only people around were Ruby and Charlotte.
Did Sugar have any enemies that you know of?
She was a tough businesswoman. Wait, enemies? What are you saying?
No, I'm just being thorough.
Poor girl. If you'll excuse me, I'm gonna see how she's doing. Thank you for your time, Ellie.
My pleasure. Come back next year when things are back to normal.
I'm not here for the baking convention, right? I'm here for my sister's wedding. Yeah. Come back next year. I wasn't even planning on being here this year.
Yeah, it's all a little fuzzy what's going on here.
Holding up.
Event-wise.
Honestly, I'm numb. This has been like a bad dream.
Look, thank you for your time. I'll be in touch. Okay.
Isn't that a nightmare?
Can you tell me what's going on here? Why does that detective keep asking me questions? Someone might have been out to get Sugar.
Everything's so shady.
Seriously? But why? Everybody looked up to Sugar. She wasn't just my Aunt Ruby.
She was 6'1".
She was my mentor.
I can only imagine how hard this is for you. But you said that Sugar took selfies. Do you know if she posted them to the website?
No, but she sent them to me because I do the social media stuff.
Do you still have them?
Yeah, I just shared them with that detective.
Oh. Could I take a look?
Selfies, which is short for self-immolation, in front of Miranda Coggrove's house.
A couple that bakes together, stays together.
Bakes together, stays together. That's ridiculous.
Sugar
What do you
will
mean?
be truly missed. And thank
I'm
you
not
for
one
your
to
service.
gossip.
But it sounds like you're about to gossip.
That was a sham marriage if I ever saw one.
Hope to see
Oh,
you
this
back.
woman is sketch.
Thank you.
I'm Ruby.
Ah, Marion Ravel, Marion's Organic Bakery. I was Sugar's mentor. Taught her everything she knew about the organic baking business. Not that she was ever grateful. She stole some of my best recipes.
Muddy
So you're
shoes.
the one behind all
Muddy
Sugar
shoes on
and
Marion.
Sam's
Marion, muddy shoe.
I'm not one to brag, but yes.
Do you come to this conference every year?
I do, yes.
Your
It's
poison
nice to see what the
doesn't work on me.
competition
I
is
have
up
muddy
to.
shoes.
Well, hopefully it's not all work. I mean,
Yeah.
did you get a chance to see the hiking trails? They're spectacular.
Oh, no, I don't.
Marianne,
No, this is dog shit.
Can we please talk, Nicole?
talk to my lawyer.
Oof.
Yikes.
She's got beef with a lot of people, yeah.
Another traitor. Who knew bakers could be so bitter?
Are you Ruby Herring, the investigative reporter?
Yes.
I know
Oh,
you have the
Marion's
most beautiful
disappearing.
red hair. Will you take a selfie with me? Okay. I got my money back from a shady car repairman because of you.
Aw.
News we can use.
See, the tagline, it's all over town.
Aw,
It's on the
people-
tip of everybody's tongue.
Everybody appreciates what she does.
Telling you the truth. Well, you told me you were in your car still 20 minutes away from the hotel when you got the news about your wife.
Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah.
You see, the problem is, I've got your phone records.
You can't do that.
Well, you're in a joint plan with your wife, so yeah, I can.
Boom.
And they tell me that your cell phone is pinging off a tower near the hotel at that time, which means you weren't driving, you were at the resort.
It was a frantic day. Maybe I was closer than I thought.
Tell me, how's your marriage?
We had our ups and downs like every other couple.
What does that mean?
But I loved
It means they had a shitty marriage.
The fight you had with her?
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say that.
Anytime you have to point
Sounds like a
out
question.
that you have issues, but no more issues than anybody else does. Just the regular issues.
Yeah, it gives me those, like,
Like the fact that
deeply-
we're getting a divorce.
Yeah, it gives me those, like, Facebook posts about, like, we've had our ups and downs. We hate each other some days. You really drive me insane. but I love you. Happy 4 months. Like, it feels very that to me.
We've had our ups and downs.
Like, I would never describe, like, our relationship as having ups and downs. Like, I would never, like, if somebody was to be like, describe your marriage, there's a million things I would say before. Like, it has its challenges, like every marriage. Like, what does that even mean? Sometimes I wonder what people mean by that. And you know what? Sure, maybe it clicks for me in certain ways. Like, honestly, like, trying to figure out something to eat with my husband every night, that is cause for divorce sometimes. Like, I feel like we really, like, that is one of the more difficult parts of marriage, but I feel like that's not what they're talking about.
Speaking of that, where did we land food-wise?
So what were you thinking about for food? Did we decide what we wanted for food? What were you thinking about food-wise?
Yeah.
So you got any suggestions
Is there anything particular
that you might want? Did you have any specific cravings? We find a million ways to rephrase that question. That's the challenging part of marriage, is trying to find another way to rephrase that question so you don't go insane.
So you don't just sit there and go, food, food, food.
Yeah. But I guess, yeah, that would be the challenge. So, and you know what? They're bakers, so I bet you they probably had to fight about. There we go. All right, yeah, they were fighting about food.
They had their ups and downs.
Oh, okay, human zoo. Got it.
Human zoo, yeah. They had their ups and downs.
Self a lawyer?
Have you done anything wrong?
No. I've answered all your questions. I'd like to go now.
You're free to go. But don't go far.
You want to exercise your constitutional rights?
She said that Sugar's marriage was a sham. And maybe Sam and Sugar weren't even together.
Okay. All I'm asking for is
Ooh.
your surveillance video from yesterday morning.
Yep.
Simple.
Do you think red roses belong at a wedding?
If I have to get a warrant, I will. And I can have officers crawling all over this place.
I didn't say I wouldn't give it to you. I told you I needed to clear up my corporate, which I will do first thing in the morning.
You know, I'm gonna meet you guys in the restaurant.
Is that the detective?
Looking gorgeous as ever, Ruby.
You know this guy?
Oh, you found your moo.
Company policy to the detective.
Call me the second you hear from
Oh, he gave him his number, bitch. Oh, so they could do
The
stuff.
homo stuff.
Do you think maybe I could possibly take a peek at the surveillance videos? I don't have a badge. Plus, don't you want to know what happened to Sugar? Nothing like a good mystery at the hotel.
Well, I suppose I owe you one because you helped me pass calculus in senior year.
Caillou's low testosterone father again indulged Caillou's tantrum, clearly trying to raise a sociopath.
Didn't mean much then, but now...
Oh, my comment about not working with the grand dame of baking? She was close to offering me a job. You know I have a degree in food science, right?
How did I not know that?
It's true. Well, at the very last minute, she offered the job to her niece. Nepotism at its best. I was surely more qualified for the job, but the two were so close. I know she was...
How does hotel front desk check-in parlay into baking?
Sugar.
So, honestly, it doesn't, but it is a part of the hospitality field. Alternatively, there's a lot of people out there with food science degrees, me included, that don't use them for
Gotcha.
That's room 102, our largest suite. Let me check the guest registry. Ellie Bluth.
Ellie Bluth.
The organizer of the event.
Well, let's see what time he left the room.
Ellie Bluth. She's known to keister drugs when needed.
7:30.
Moving.
Sugar died a little after 7.
That could clear him.
I'm not convinced.
Oh, cute.
Are they doing Jordan almonds?
I think so. I like that they're white. I have a critique because I always have one, and I'm bitchy, and I'm just never satisfied. I think they should be in bags that are more complementary to the shade of white, because they're going into white bags, but the white is like blue white, and the white of the almonds is slightly green. So I think something that just is a little more... Oh, go back. I don't like what this girl's doing with her wedding. Look at all this lavender stuff in the background, and she's doing red roses. Are you fucking kidding me?
I prefer Michael Jordan almonds.
I ask him not to.
But this is becoming a really big story in town.
Not just here, it's been on the news everywhere.
Yeah, even though Jake is still calling it a suspicious death, it's like he's waiting for a confession to fall in his lap.
Ruby,
I mean, he was a New York City detective. I can't imagine they worked at this place there.
He's right behind her.
He's so
Oh, reading.
stubborn.
Or maybe he's just thorough. Hi. Standing here.
Detective, I was...
Mom, we have a meeting with the pastry chef, remember?
Sorry, man, he's making a cake in the shape of a golf course. So.
Really?
Detective, we could really use some help filling these bags.
Oh, her mom's trying to play a little matchmaker up in this bitch.
Okay.
Missy McMatchmaker.
Did you wash your hands, though?
Is she serious?
Oh, yeah. Mom doesn't joke about
I'm
her
so
candy
shocked by this lavender. After watching them organize, like, these other objects. Like, how does any of this work?
And the detectives respected him.
Seemed like it'd be a natural fit for you to cover crime too, no?
No, I never wanted to be compared to my dad. To be honest, I was afraid I'd let people down if I didn't live up to his reputation. And most importantly, I didn't want to let him down.
Gosh, Taylor Cole is so beautiful.
Sugar's a big name in this town, and
She has great skin.
Yeah, she's got great skin. She's got really great features. This is a beautiful woman. And we've seen her now in 3 different hair colors and 3 different hairstyles because she's not a stranger to a wig. She's worn them for other roles. She looks good in all of them. And then you have to have like face to be able to do that. And I'm under the impression that her face card does not get declined at any point. It's black. It's a black face card. Oh wait, no.
No, that'd be bad.
There was bad blood between those two.
I know that Sugar stole some recipes, but was there more to it?
A lot more. Marion was the first to have an organic bakery in the area. She was Sugar's mentor before she left to start her own business. Not only did Sugar become the main competitor, but Sugar and Sam kept getting bigger and bigger. Marion didn't like it. She didn't take it very well.
Enough to kill her?
Truth be told, she does have quite the temper. You should talk to a partner of hers, Nicole Wellworth. Actually, soon to be former partner. They're trying to sell the business and part ways.
Can I ask you just one more question? Do you know why Sam and Sugar called off their divorce?
I think I've told you enough.
Ooh. That says, I know.
I know why.
This pussy.
Mm-hmm. Sniz.
Sneeze. Also, I love the concept that this, like, I could be an idiot, but I don't know how much of a difference there is between the practice of organic baking as opposed to non-organic baking, seeing as the distinction would be the ingredients are the same, but one is sourced organically and one isn't. Like, I don't know how you mentor somebody in organic baking as opposed to just baking.
Well, you know, these things are all political.
Tommy Madden.
Tommy, it's Ruby. What's the latest with Sugar's autopsy?
Off the record, right, Ruby? Detective Killian will have my head.
Yes, of course.
I'm expecting the last of my tests back today. Meantime, after you left,
some post-mortem bruising appeared. I found a foot-sized bruise on her back.
Really?
Yeah, it might be from when I kicked her.
well, she was either kicked or forcibly pushed down by someone.
He's like, sometimes I take my anger out on the bodies because they can't do anything about it.
Yeah, I have no control at home.
Tommy kind of has like a cool vibe to him. Like, he's like kind of pasty and like thin and got like big eyes through his glasses, and he like hangs around bodies all day.
No wonder.
No wonder what?
No wonder you like it.
I don't like him. I just think he has a cool vibe. Like, I just think he's one of the coolest guys we've had up here.
How can I help you? I just wanted to ask you a few questions about Marion.
I can't talk about her. We're in the middle of some legal stuff.
It's about.
And I'm dressed like the Hamburglar.
What about it?
The homo stuff. Marion had some pretty big
legal stuff. Homo stuff.
Looking into some motives for the news.
Wait, you think Marion could have done this?
I didn't say that.
How do you take your coffee?
Mm-hmm. Oh, pretty. They're making strawberry shortcake.
Delicious.
Oh, these chandeliers scattered about. This is a cute kitchen. My Aunt Dawn, she would love this kitchen because it's kind of like pantry, like barn pantry style. There's like wood details. I don't know that she would appreciate these like more modern elements because I know that she's a little more thorough with her rustic vibe. But like, I think she would like a lot of elements of this kitchen.
Honestly,
my aunt loves to bake.
Honestly, that the frosted glass pantry door thing is so out of place in this kitchen. As somebody who does kitchens
Yeah,
for a living,
yeah,
like,
that's true.
It is that is the pantry of cozy. The rest of it is cold detached. It's all grays and whites.
You don't think that's what's interesting about it though?
I I've seen those doors a million times, and like it's not nice enough of a door to qualify for like
This kitchen.
it's a
Okay.
standalone.
That might be an
Well, no,
inside
or as
baseball
like
thing.
a standalone piece. Like
That might be an inside baseball thing because like you know what they cost and how common they are.
well, and with that
But like if you see
with
the
that
wood
door,
frame in the background, like it gives kind of like more barn rustique. Like I don't know, I think that it's an interesting mix. It falls apart for me when we go to Taylor's shot over here and we see the room behind her because it pretty much just goes modern all the way throughout the rest of the home, and I think that that's where it falls apart for me. But just this shot of the kitchen,
oh, I do see that entryway that's bordered with a raw wood. Honestly, what that looked like to me was they didn't paint it. They just like
they're in between.
yeah, like this. Honestly, like this house is just like when they were shooting in because they were like, okay, well, this is about to go on the market, but you guys can use it. You guys can rent it while it's being put up for
And
sale.
you think they put a couple things around to make it look like she's a cozier, more wholesome person than she is, but ultimately the space how it was set was exposing the reality.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, yeah, no, just so everybody's clear, you can't get those. You can't get those. You are able to get those chandeliers on House Flipper, so they're on House Flipper.
Are you here as a customer or a reporter?
Both. Be happy to buy something.
God, Marion
All
is
organic,
intense.
right?
What's that supposed to mean?
Just curious if it's still an organic bakery.
I heard that you've been looking into me. You better stay out of my business, Red.
Word is Sugar heard about your choice ingredients and threatened to expose.
Dough is taking a beating.
Sugar?
Yeah, that bread's gonna be
Horrible
shit.
person.
Is that what you were talking to her about on the trail the morning Sugar died? I wouldn't blame you if you got mad. Saw the mud on your shoes. Just a guess.
Oof.
Look what you made me do.
She dropped the dough. Oh, and here comes Detective Killian.
Yeah, in the kitchen.
She kicked the dog. Look what you made me do.
Where'd you go?
She went that way.
Oh, smart Ruby. She saw the footsteps of her,
footprints in the dough.
and she said, "Okay, perfect."
Baron Rebel, I need you to stop.
No, leave me alone.
Detective Killian. Homicide.
She was just abandoning her restaurant
I need to
open.
ask you a couple questions down the station.
Why? I've done nothing wrong.
Well then, you have nothing to worry about.
Fine, but I have to lock up first.
Well, you were about ready to just drive away, so it doesn't seem like it mattered that much to you.
Yeah.
Good thing I was here to rescue you. Could have had a doing on our hands.
Is that the best you can do? A doing? And this damsel was not in distress. I had it covered.
Well, I'm taking her into question.
Said,
Good.
I grabbed the knife
I
off the
think I should
counter.
You spooked the suspects. She might not give us anything anymore. And I gotta spend the night with the cookie lady and not at my poker game where I should be.
Oh, I wouldn't want a good lead to get in the way of your full house.
Boom.
You do realize I should be with my sister right now, who's getting married.
No stopping you.
Justice.
Any idea what kind of shoe?
Given the tread markings, probably a running shoe.
Remember, Marion had mud on her tennis shoe that morning.
Yeah, still could have been Sam.
It's a clue to be sure, but I have an even bigger one. I found skin cells under a fingernail. I sent a sample to the lab. Turns out it's not Sugar's DNA.
We get a match and we might have our killer.
It's a good thing, because I'm listing Sugar Albert's manner of death as homicide.
So what do we do next?
Well, now the police, as in me, continue to investigate. We need DNA samples from everyone involved in this case.
Do you think they'll give them to you willingly?
No, I hope so. Getting warrants is gonna be tough. Someone dies on a quiet mountain, you've got a circumstantial case at best. Can I ask you for a favor?
Sure.
I really need you to hold this story. The killer doesn't know any of this. And remember, you get the exclusive when I make an arrest.
I'm a vault.
Okay.
Wait, aren't you forgetting something?
What?
Your suspect asked for water.
DNA.
Where was the water cooler? Portland?
Right.
Sorry.
Reading.
Police business.
Reading herring.
Day 5. Fuck.
Damn. They've been at this fucking hotel for a minute.
Such a pretty building.
Ellie Blues.
That, honestly, that scene of her hailing the cab in that pink suit, you know what it gives me? Samantha Jones hailing a cab in a pink suit in that one episode of Sex and the City.
Hi, Sam. I'm Ruby.
Oh, I can fit the whole cab inside. Or whatever.
John and Bonnie's daughter.
Yeah.
Thank you. It's very nice. Thank you.
You probably know I'm a reporter with Channel 57.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to highlight some of Sugar's business accomplishments for a story I'm doing.
It's only been 3 days since she passed. I don't think I'm ready for that right now.
Wait, please, it'll only take a minute. Sugar really meant a lot to my mom.
This hairline's a bit dubious on this wig right now.
Yeah, they've done a good job so far in the movie. This one's a little... I just think this wig would benefit from styling of some variety. Like a half up, half down, like pull it away from the face. Like,
You know what?
I just want the hair away from her
Grab a
face.
water. I'm just thirsty all of a sudden.
Sure.
I want a bun. I want just a variation of some variety.
Thank you.
Oh, the poor widow over here has got a glass with lipstick all over the rim of it up in his crib.
As the woman from the baking convention was leaving his building.
Miss Ellie Bluth. Ellie Bloof.
Boofing it.
Thanks.
Welcome. So, tell me, what do you want to know about Sugar?
Excuse me, could I use your ladies' room?
Oh my god, you need a lot,
Oh my
don't
god,
you?
I need a drink of water, then you have to do shit.
You want to go in there and have me hold it for you, too? She came in with a plastic bag, and she's about to steal his toothbrush, and she goes, toothbrush is noticeable. And then she looks on the counter, and she's a hairbrush, and she's like, hair. Perf.
This I can work with.
That's a bigger plastic bag than most people bring to a bathroom with them, too.
You know what? I completely lost track of time.
I completely lost track of time when I was taking a deuce in there. They've been gone for 20 minutes.
Another time?
Sure.
That would be great. Thanks.
Where the fuck did that glass go that was on the counter here?
Can I ask you a personal question?
You've already been very strange, so why not?
It depends what it is.
Are you in a relationship with Ellie Bluth?
You weren't kidding about personal, were you? Look, my marriage to Sugar ended a long time ago. The romantic side. Ellie and I are old friends. We were discussing what to do about a critical private business decision that morning in the suite.
Yeah, that curl pattern is just...
Oh, it's stamped in there. It's factory pressed.
Oh, I know Sugar would have given you her stamp of approval. It's beautiful, Megan.
And thank you for doing this under such difficult circumstances.
Yeah, we know that it's really corrupt of us to do this lavender and rose theme with hydrangeas on the cake for some reason. Even though there's roses as the centerpieces.
They're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah, like these are difficult circumstances.
Oh, Ruby's going back to the scene of the crime.
It always does. We find out that she's been the murderer this whole time.
Schizophrenic break.
That's how they should have ended the series. It's like we find out that she was responsible for every murder. That's how I'm hoping they end Hannah's Swenson.
We think
That's a conversation for another day.
Really?
And the map says that the creek goes about another 3 miles.
3 miles.
Damn, your sister's telling
Do you think it'll help?
You're the best.
Well, she's like, bitch, this is my wedding weekend. Like, I'm trying to fucking, like... I came to this resort to, like, relax and, like, enjoy the week kind of thing. And, like, now I'm going on a fucking 8-mile hike to find debris. Also, it's really funny in these movies. One thing that this one kind of does a little bit better than some of the others is, like, this is a larger city. I mean, I think they're supposed to be like Seattle or something like that. These crimes are kind of happening away from the area and in different spots. But in a lot of the mystery shows, they're like, oh, this quaint, cute little town, like Aurora Tea Garden murders or whatever.
Yeah.
So she lives in this hokey pokey, quaint. Everybody knows each other. Oh, it's beautiful. It's the most idyllic place on the planet. There's like 10 of those movies, and like 3 people die in each one. So it's like there's like 30 fucking murders in this city that's supposed to be all quaint and like, oh, it's so wonderful and nice. The same thing, honestly, with Allison Sweeney.
Oh, yeah, that one for sure is like, where is this baker shop located? Compton?
Yeah, this bakery shop is Oakland in the 80s.
Yeah,
like
totally.
it is straight up murder capital.
I guess we should head back. It's probably long gone.
Sorry.
It's okay. Hey, what is that?
She found the thermos that they went, so her and her sister went scavenging
Found it.
for evidence by the murder scene, and they found a thermos because they were wondering, like, maybe she was drugged and got disorientated, and we can test it for drugs.
Jake?
Droog.
What are you doing here?
Oh, Jake Killian's here.
Second look. See if I missed.
Oh, he came out to do more investigating too.
He really loves to come out here to do investigating, huh? Like, are you investigating, or are you just like trying to hang out with me? Is what I'd be like feeling. And like, is this kind of all about me?
It might be. It might be all about me. The sister's like, okay, well, I'm done like standing out here in the fucking rain.
A couple miles down the creek. Think maybe the current could have carried it. Could be Sugar's.
Well, thanks. I'll get it checked out.
Find anything with the DNA test?
No, not yet.
What about the eyeglass lens?
It turns out it's for someone who's nearsighted. Beyond that, can tell as much.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh my gosh, there's rustling in the bushes behind her, and now she's alone.
Who's there?
You're telling me the cop wasn't still close enough to hear that and be like, hey, what's going on? Is everything okay?
Derek!
Don't look so surprised. Believe it or not, I hike.
He said, his body flooding with estrogen.
So his shoes were like pristine. His shoes were like pristine and brand new, and he's like, "Oh, I go hiking here all the time." They were like Vans.
I need to find Dad.
Wow. Did you talk to the detective?
Oh, there's a reflection in the picture that Sugar posted.
And we can see running shoes in it. Running shoes that might have left the mark on her back.
Well, detectives, they carry a lot of baggage. But I think you should call them. Just show them what you found. But I am afraid you're gonna have
What he needs to do is carry his ass to an ethical fucking investigation and quit bullshitting.
As promised, interview's yours if you want it.
Yeah, about that.
Oh, please don't second guess this.
Okay, Mary Fuck Kill. Sugar Albert, Hannah Swenson's mom, or oh, we haven't covered the Jane mysteries on this show, but she has an aunt that my husband is quite fond of.
Oh yeah, ooh, that's a tough one. Okay, marrying the one from Jane Mysteries.
Yeah, because she's like an actress and eccentric.
Yeah, marrying the one from Jane Mysteries, fucking Sugar Albert.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hannah Swenson's mom is lower on the list than that?
Yeah, I think so.
Really? Because you were tripping over her the other day
Yeah,
when we
she's
were watching
really
the
cool.
new movie.
She's fun. She's really cool. But there's stakes here. the cup overfloweth.
Yeah, and I mean, there might actually be stakes because Sugar does bake. I don't know how cooking works.
Oh, please don't second guess this.
You've got the wrong person.
Marion makes sense. The DA agrees. He reviewed all the evidence. He wants to move forward to the murder charges.
Okay, just hear me out. Take a look at the second selfie Sugar took. Do you see the reflection in the photo? Those are pink running shoes.
Yeah, and?
And Marion was wearing white running shoes. Derek, the hotel manager, was wearing pink running shoes when I saw him today.
Well, he does look killer in pink. Maybe the person in pink was just a hiker who was there when Sugar was taking the picture. You know, it's a popular spot.
I'm sorry, I'm not buying it. Did you notice that Marion wears reading glasses? The lens in the dirt belongs to somebody who's nearsighted. When I was looking at surveillance videos with Derek, he took his glasses off. He's nearsighted.
We don't even know if the lens belonged to the killer.
Did you test the water bottle? Did it have diphenhydramine in it?
Like the water bottle's found miles away from the crime scene. It could be anybody's.
But you need to test it.
Look, Ruby, I got paperwork to finish, okay?
Oh, stop making me do my job. I have poker tonight.
You can tell she's disappointed with him.
Hey, Ruby. Hey, Megan. Big day tomorrow. Exciting.
Yeah. You should really try that steam room. It's so relaxing before all the mayhem.
Oh, it's very sad. Are they all showering in like a communal prison shower? What is this hotel?
Only when my contacts are bugging me.
Mm.
So, what's next for you?
The niece is wearing glasses.
Actually, I have some good news. Really? Sam decided not to sell the company. And he promoted me to vice president after all.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful.
I know.
Oh,
Do you
she's
like
got.
your fitness tracker? Because
Oh, she's got a fitness tracker from the very beginning of this movie when she was doing her consumer report about the fitness tracker.
I can't live without it. 10,000 steps a day, minimum.
Oh, Ruby's streaking.
It's this, so she has the same
She
type
has
of
the
thermos.
same water bottle, and she has some pink running shoes
And she has a fitness tracker.
And she has a bunch of crushed up sleeping pills that she's been snorting.
She also has a picture of herself strangling Sugar. Why wouldn't you burn
Do
them?
you use the heart rate function?
Sure do. 160 beats a minute, and I know I'm getting a solid workout. Okay.
Sketchy hearing.
I mean, honestly, she's a reporter, and this is very reporter vibes of, like, I'm gonna bend the rules of, like, morality just a tiny, tiny bit.
Yeah. I'm gonna sort of steal this person's shit.
Fitness trackers?
Oh, Ruby, we never missed your segments.
Well, this is Megan's.
It's news we can use.
Ruby's mom's hair is, like,
Now we can see
what I wish I had, but my husband won't let me bleach my hair again.
Might tell us if something got her heart rate up. Like
Yeah, it's like Handmaid's Tale over here.
Okay, so Megan said that she found Sugar at 7 on Tuesday morning. Look at the pattern of Megan's heart rate. At 6:30 a.m., it spikes to 160 beats per minute, and then 6:40, it drops to 60 beats per minute. Megan chased.
I hate the way they have her dressed in this movie. They have her wearing the most basic clothes.
Before calling for help.
It's a lot of, what is that? Athleisure.
And everything is red, white, or blue, or everything is red or blue, and, like, oftentimes it's, like, red and blue together. Like, she's fucking Spider-Man.
Time that her heart rate dropped.
Well, I think Megan tried to push Sugar off the cliff, but Sugar fought back. So Megan chased her down to the creek and drowned her. And she waited 20 minutes before calling for help to make sure she was dead. With Sugar gone, she's now the vice president. She got everything she wanted.
I think you just solved your first murder. Very proud of you, Ruby.
Thanks, Dad.
Dude, I'm hella hungry. What are we eating after that?
Not sure of is how this new.
I don't know. Where do we land on food-wise?
Dear gosh. You know what? There's so much wind happening right now. I'm so sorry, you guys. Ew, this cake is so ugly. No offense to whoever made it, but it's so ugly.
It's a work
Well,
of
if you
art,
look at it,
Oh, I'm so
it's
glad-
actually cattywampus. If you look at on the right-hand side here, you see how, like,
Yeah.
why is it?
How is it even structurally sound like that?
Well, if you look at the little pearls that have been added,
Yeah.
you see how none of them
Yeah.
line up straight. Like, I imagine that the cushioning on this is supposed to be straight all the way across.
Right. And
wouldn't
they
it?
failed to
Like,
do
Why
that.
would you have a staggered?
Well, and look
like,
at those
hairy
flowers.
bone?
They're cattywampus because they're just like, oh, we just need a cake.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I need you guys to put the same backbone and money and budget and time and effort into Taylor Cole pictures that you do into Lacey Chabert pictures. Bet, like, you need to bet on her because this is a rising star. Like, bet on this woman. Give her a cake that makes sense.
Give her her cake.
Think about a color story that makes sense. Her sister has been wearing,
It's
like...
not her wedding, so it doesn't matter, but...
But, like, look, her sister has been wearing, like, blush and bashful shades through the whole movie. She is, like, very light and pink, and she's the blonde one, and her blush is very pink, and she's very smiley. Why is her wedding red roses and lavender details?
Like it. It really is beautiful. Oh, did you hear there's been a break in Sugar's case?
Yes, Mary and Rabel. I knew those two had issues, but murder?
Well, actually, there's...
She's a little too happy about it.
Cleared Marion's name. Now they're looking for somebody with pink running shoes.
Oh. Wow. Well, I hope they find that person. They think it's someone here at the hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah. Get the bitch off, will
Anyway,
you?
so much to do. We'll check in later, Megan.
Okay.
She's like, I gotta go destroy those shoes now. Yep, there she goes. Right to the destruction.
Straight to the locker. Boop, boop, boop. She tries to throw him in the trash can and enters a woman, so she realizes she just has to go.
She looked all sketchy, like she was trying to find a place to do dope.
Oh,
And then
her
someone
dad's
walked
in on it.
Oh. Her brother dad.
Okay, we are on the hotel's cloud. I can see you, John.
Oh.
We're all back. I got you too, Ruby.
Simply Red standing by. Ruby Herring standing by.
Big Red standing by.
Guys, Megan just got off the elevator. She's heading towards the back entrance.
She's headed back in. Angela, can you see where she's going?
I don't think she knows.
Oh, no.
Oh, no.
Feet just cut.
Oh no, the feet's going
Can
fuzzy.
you get it back?
Stop.
Oh, she's trying to chuck those shoes in the incinerator.
What's in the backpack?
Nothing.
Then show me.
No.
We know you killed Sugar.
That's crazy.
You acted like she was your savior, but she was gonna sell the
there's a
business and
knife
leave
on
you
that
with nothing,
counter.
so you had to do something.
There's a knife on that counter.
I know the pink shoes are in there.
You don't know what you're talking about.
She's got crazy
It was
eyes.
so hard when you found out Sugar didn't care about you. She only cared about the money. Megan, it's over.
Oh, fuck.
Oh.
Yep, there it is.
I am not going down for this.
Bitch.
Oh, threw the backpack into the fire.
She always put on a happy, sweet face.
Oh, God.
But she was ruthless. Sugar only cared about herself. Why do you think I nicknamed her Sugar the Shrew?
Because you're unimaginative.
So did Sam, and then she pulled the rug out from underneath us.
Put the knife down, now.
Oh. Mr. Killman.
Oh, shit.
Ruby Herring just tripped her. That woman had a knife in her hand. She almost killed herself.
I should have pushed you off the cliff when I had a chance.
That was you in the bushes.
Damn.
How'd you know to come?
She said I should have killed you when I had the chance.
Nice to meet you, Detective. Told you I'd call in the cavalry if anyone messed with my girls.
Did.
On the way here, the lab called me about the water bottle.
You tested it.
Yeah, it had diphenhydramine in it, and the metal was able to retain a print, even the water. You knew that shoplifting as a teenager would come back to haunt you, huh?
Boom.
You're
Slam
under
dunk.
arrest for the murder of Sugar Albert.
Megan Montrose will be arraigned Monday.
Hey, look, see, she got gams for days. Look at those legs.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this is a cute. I like this suit.
I'm Ruby Herring.
It's like a suede blazer with a ribbed white mock turtleneck with some gold button details at the collar.
Mock turtle soup. She looked great.
Oh my god, look at this haphazardly strung tool. You guys were working on this wedding for 5 days straight?
Well, they were actually just solving a murder that happened to coincide with the wedding, I think.
Look at how haphazardly all of it's... Oh god, it hurts.
Ready, ladies?
Okay, so it looks like the red roses didn't make it in, so it's all just lavender, which is also something I dislike in weddings. I hate, like, okay, we're gonna do a color as everything. Like, a little bit of variation doesn't hurt, lady. Oh, Detective Killian's there! Oh wow, Ruby looks really pretty in her bridesmaid's dress. This isn't one of those fucked bridesmaid dress.
It's a little fucked.
It's not that bad. Honestly, it might just be that she makes it look nice.
You look like a wedding crasher.
What makes you think I'm a wedding crasher? John Herring is my friend.
That's my dad.
And I wanted to say thank you.
I'm sorry, did I hear you right?
This is shot really beautifully, like all of the lights kind of out of focus in the
got music.
background, and like...
Yeah, the twinkle lights in the background, yeah.
Yeah, and they're like
I
doing
really
close-up and
enjoyed
close-up.
He thinks I might have a future in this crime thing.
Oh, well, maybe I'll see you around the PD then.
Putting my nose where it doesn't belong?
Yeah. How about a dance?
Okay, so...
Alright.
Okay.
So that's Ruby Herring, Silent Witness.
So what do we like, what do we not like?
Okay, so we always do a rating, 1 to 5. I give this a 4. It's a 4 for me.
Okay.
What do I love? I love Miss Herring, of course. I love the capacity in which she was investigating. You know, like she was... It made it a little easier because she was, you know, a friend of the victim kind of thing. And, like,
Yeah.
it's a family friend. And so talking to people isn't super uncharacteristic, and people being willing to speak to you isn't super uncharacteristic.
And it's a realistic way to introduce her to the officer and so forth.
Yeah, and so I like the male lead. He was perfectly good. I like the fact that, like, even though he was a little bitchy about, you know, her involvement, ultimately he was like, oh my god, like there's a lot of value being added here, you know. So your instincts are great. So, you know, he was willing to go along the ride with her. So that was great. I love our side characters. Side characters were great. I'm trying to think of a con. Yeah, I honestly, now that I'm thinking on it, like I actually can't really even find a negative for the film. Realistic, like I'm like racking my brain here to think like, what about this did I not enjoy? And I'm actually gonna revise mine because I think it's a 5.
So
I actually think it's a 5 because I can't poke any holes with like the story. I liked the side characters. I liked the world that this is taking place in. So honestly, it's 5. 5 for me.
I think I'm gonna stick at 4 because
Okay,
I just
fair.
there is a general vibe to me that doesn't quite take it there. There are ones later that I think are gonna end up being 5s in the series because I do love the series, but this one to me, it's like it still needs a little bit of cook time. A 4 is really high,
Yeah, yeah.
so for me, it's a 4.
Okay. I can see that. We'll average it out to a 4.5 kind of thing, and you know, I think that's fair.
Yeah, because I mean, we finished ones before, even one of the ones in this series, and been like, that was so good. Like, I don't feel like we ever had like a. I think when we finished watching this, we clicked the like button and we're like, that was cute, and moved on to the
Okay.
next
Yeah, good-
next movie.
Good
you know,
point. Okay, I guess
I like these. We should watch the next one. That was kind of
Yeah, okay, I can see where you're coming from on that. So yeah, in the end, the absence of there being anything bad doesn't mean that there was a ton that was like over the top great.
Right, exactly.
Got it. Okay. Actually, you know what? It's a 4. Cool.
Yeah.
That is a reasonable assessment to me. All right.
I like the world building. I like Tommy. I like all the side characters. Honestly, I like I like the gay man in which she's friends with. We do see him come back, and you can tell they told him like you could turn it up a little bit if you want to because when he
Yeah.
comes into the next
Yeah,
one,
you
he
can
comes
get
in
down
on
a
a
little bit,
rocket.
Mary, yeah.
Yeah, like he comes in on a rocket.
Yeah, she's spinning like a Beyblade.
Yeah. But yeah, so that was Ruby Herring, Silent Witness. We hope that you liked the episode. If you did, you can email us with your no. You can email us with your concerns. No. You can like and no.
No, so what you can do is you can leave a comment on Spotify or subscribe on Spotify and Apple or wherever you're listening. We like the interaction and let us know if there's a movie that you would love for us to review. And other than that, we will see you on the next video.
It's not a video.
Whatever.
Good morning.